Cosmetic or plastic surgery has really turned a corner in recent years. Procedures are more affordable with minimal discomfort and downtime. And best of all, in the right hands, the end result is a very natural look.
Back with us today is Dr. Michael Jasin from the Jasin Facial Rejuvenation Institute, along with two of his patients, Gary and Sasha Miller. Welcome to you all.
Good morning.
Thank you. Good morning.
Tell us what the most common fears and questions people have about plastic surgery right now.
Well, there's typically three main things that people are concerned with. One is downtime, taking time away from work and activities. The other is fear of pain. They want to do things that don't hurt. And the third thing, which is becoming more and more commonplace now, is they want to look better, but they don't want to look different. And they really are afraid of looking like somebody else. They want a very natural look. So we're developing techniques that will allow us to overcome all these fears.
We've got one more guest here today that is not actually here. We've got some pictures of someone that had some work done by you that is, they're very dramatic. Lorraine will put these up, and you can walk us through what she had done.
Okay. Lorraine is interesting in that her sister had been a patient of mine for several years, and she, as well as Gary and Sasha, demonstrate this growing trend toward family members having procedures together and helping each other through that process. But she had postponed having cosmetic surgery on her face for some time. She had some eyelid surgery several years ago. She had various things that she was apprehensive about, and then she had a comfort level through my relationship with her sister. And she had a small incision simplicity lift with an eyelid lift. We did a brow lift procedure through an upper lid incision, so there's no incisions in the scalp to get the brow lift effect, and then we did some fillers around the mouth and some key areas to recontour. So what we're doing is combining less invasive procedures and getting more dramatic results, but with less invasive surgery.
So it seems like more of a subtle series of pulls, as opposed to the previous surgeries where start at the scalp and pull up.
Well, that's true, and that's why we're using injectable fillers a lot now in combination with our lifting procedures. You can lift something that's sagging, but it doesn't necessarily replace the contour that we had when we were younger.
Right.
So if we add some volume when we've lost volume, or volume has shifted away to get a more youthful contour, and then also lift the sagging tissue, we get a much more natural result and a better result.
And Gary and Sasha, you all are husband and wife and patients of Dr. Facial. So tell us why you decided to go through some procedures together.
Basically, Gary had a botched nasal surgery, and we wanted the best person to reconstruct his nose. And I really wanted to look younger, and I think if you look younger, you feel younger, and it gives you more energy. And Dr. Jasin was the best authority on that. And I feel so much better now. There's no other way around it. And Gary looks so much better. You know, as a couple, it's helped us.
Right, right.
Well, let's take a look at Gary's before and after while we're talking about this. So it was a rhinoplasty.
Exactly.
And it didn't go the way you wanted it to before in California?
No, I was amazed on the first time the amount of pain that I had to go through, and what was worse about it is after the pain to go through it and have the same nose as you originally had.
Oh, wow. So let's go to the after here, or do we have an after? So this is now the Dr. Jasin has fixed it.
Yes.
Exactly. And I was really amazed on the second procedure with Jasin, how easy it was, how pain-free it was, and the procedure was very quick, efficient, and achieved the goals that I wanted to, which you couldn't ask for better than that.
And that's the key, too. No, not
Right.
painful.
Exactly.
And
Not
Sasha, talk about what you've had done.
I had laser resurfacing of my entire face, a mini facelift, and my eyes done, plus some facial fillers. And
We have some pictures here.
that's before.
Oh, wow.
That's still before.
That's still before.
It's important to point that out so we can know that, whoa,
Wow.
there we are.
Now talk about the difference in her skin. The laser resurfacing, what does that do?
Well, it takes away some of the line and produces a finer texture to the skin. We're basically vaporizing layers of skin that will be regenerated, and there's new collagen growth that goes on for about 3 or 4 months that produces some skin tightening as well as smoothing out of lines and wrinkles and irregularities like acne scars and so forth.
One of the things you're so adamant about is your combination of fillers and lifts and your Simplicity lift, all the different things that you've put together for each individual patient is not only about making them look younger and feeling better, but about the subtlety involved. Tell us about that.
Well, that's a growing trend in facial surgery is the use and expanded use of fillers. And we're using those to enhance the results we get with our more traditional procedures. And we're just finding that combination of reworking the contour of the face, the contour idea is something that was basically ignored for years and years, and now it's becoming much more commonplace and coming to the forefront of what we're trying when we're rejuvenating a face.
Right, and like you said, you get great results, and there's less downtime, and it's not invasive in some cases. And talk about your experience overall, though, Dr. Jasin.
I love going to his office. I absolutely love going to his office. The people there are just so nice. Even from the receptionist to the makeup lady to the nurses and then to the doctor.
And Gary, what would you think? What would you say to anybody that's thinking about going to Jasin Facial?
I would definitely encourage it because I really, frankly, was very fearful. Because when you think of plastic surgery, you think of many things of fear, discomfort, etc. Everything was explained right up front, and really was explained in the worst case scenario, so that when you actually go through the procedure, it's like a breeze. So I would highly recommend it. Matter of fact, I'm actually going to have some surgery underneath my eyes because, as you start getting into this process, you start looking at your face and saying, hey, well, maybe I can do a little bit more. So actually tomorrow I'm going in for a little bit more procedure, and I have really no fear and total confidence that it's going to look fantastic.
Well, you're a TV star now. You have to.
That's right. Well,
Gary and Sasha, thank you very much. Dr. Jasin, as always, thank you. Let's tell folks how you can learn more about Dr. Jasin and his procedures and the procedures they perform at Jasin Facial Rejuvenation Institute. You can go to their website at jasinfacial.com or call toll-free at 888-815-3223 to set up a consultation.